Hi, I'm Erin with Body of Light Studio, and my dad requested a post-golf stretch for after a long day of playing. Posted that, you can check it out on my channel. And today we're going to do a pre-golf warm-up to warm up your spine, your shoulders, and your hips for all the twisting and swinging you're about to do. You're gonna need quite a bit of space for this to swing your legs and your arms. You're gonna be doing some arm circles, so just make sure that you have some room around you. And we'll start lying on our backs. You'll lengthen your left leg on the ground and hug your right knee towards you. If this is not comfortable on your back, you can bend your left knee and place your left foot standing. Otherwise, you're going to press the center of your left thigh down into the ground and pretty strongly hug your right knee into your chest. We'll stay here for just a few breaths. Your left leg is active. See if you can let your right leg be pretty passive. And I forgot to mention this, but you might need a pillow for under your head. If your chin is above your forehead or you feel the back of your neck shortening, you're going to need to elevate your head with a blanket or a pillow. Let your shoulders relax. Let your head release down. And use your arms, not your neck and shoulders, to hug that right knee into your chest. And then you can step your right foot down and we'll switch sides. You'll hug your left knee into your chest, lengthen your right leg, or bend the right knee, place the right foot standing. And you're strongly pressing the right thigh down into the ground. You want to try to take all of the negative space out from underneath the right leg. So you're flattening the right thigh towards the ground, pressing your right heel down, center of your right heel is pressing down, and you're hugging that left knee into your chest. If you feel any pinching in the hip socket, you're going to want to back off a little bit and think about maybe sticking your butt out towards the floor so there's a little arch in your low back as you hug the left knee into your chest. Again, the shoulders are relaxed, the head's heavy. You're going to take a nice deep inhale, active in your right leg, pretty passive in your left leg. And then stand your feet, knees bent. You'll cross your right knee over your left knee, and we'll inhale, sway the knees over to the right, and exhale the knees back to center. So we're not going right to left, we're just going to the right as you inhale and back to center as you exhale, starting to warm up the hips for some spinal rotation and rotation in the pelvis. You can have a nice, strong, fluid swing. Taking just a few more breaths here, inhaling as the knees sway to the right, exhaling back to center. And you may want to place your hands on the bottom ribs. Notice if your ribs pop up and flare as you swing. You want to try to keep the ribs pretty heavy. And if there's any pain as you do this, lessen your range of movement and move more slowly. Make the movement smaller and slower. Nice heavy ribs. Let's do that one more time. And then you'll just switch sides. You'll cross your left knee over your right knee, and you'll inhale, sway the knees to the left. Hands can be on the ribs if you like to remind the ribs to stay heavy. Exhale as the knees sway back to center. Inhale, knees left. Exhale, knees center. Heavy ribs. You're not pushing them into the ground, but you're reminding with your hands to not allow the ribs to pop and flare. Keep your head passive. The head is nice and heavy on the ground. You might notice that as the knees rock and the pelvis twists, that it tugs on the spine. Your spine will start to twist. You may notice the movement traveling up through the spine and pulling on the skull. The chin will eventually start to slide down as the whole spine gets involved with the twist of the knees and the pelvis. Let's do that one more time. You'll uncross your legs, place your feet standing again, and let's roll over to your left side. You can have a pillow under your head still if you like. Stack your hands, and you're going to slide your top hand, which is your right hand, like you're putting on a glove. You're gonna slide your hand up your arm, across your chest, and then lengthen the right arm into a twist. You can gaze over at your fingertips. And you'll notice that my pelvis is also twisting here. I'm not trying to keep my knees and my hips stacked. My right knee comes up a little bit, and my right pelvis rolls to the right. And then you're gonna sweep your arm over your head. You're tracing a circle over your head, and you'll come back to sideline. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, your right hand slides up your left arm, and you twist. Stay here for an inhale. And then sweep your right arm over your head, reach, tracing a bigger circle. You're getting long from your right hip to your right fingertips, stacking on your left side. Let's do that one more time. Hand slides up your left arm, it drags across your chest. You're gazing towards your fingertips. And tracing an even bigger circle, reach with your right arm, and you'll untwist. From here, you're going to retrace your circle. So your right fingertips are reaching over your head. You're opening up into the twist. As you inhale, you continue the circle. Hand comes down to your pelvis. You restack your shoulders, and you're right back where you started. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, opening up into the twist. Pelvis can turn, that top knee can lift, and then you exhale through the bottom half of the circle and restack. 1 more time like that. Your head is passive. You don't need to gaze at your fingertips for this one, but as you come into the twist, as your right shoulder moves down to the ground, you might gaze over towards your right hand. And you're untwisted. All right, I'm gonna sit up and face the other way, but you can just turn around and face the other direction if you like. We're gonna lie down on your right side, and we'll twist to the left. So your head again can have a pillow if you need it, but you're going to slide your left hand up your right arm, drag the hand across your heart, come into the twist and pause for a moment. You do want to try to get your left shoulder down. You can gaze out towards your left hand. We're not trying to keep our pelvis stacked here. So my left hip is kind of rolled behind my right hip. My left knee is hovering above the right knee. And now we'll trace that circle. You're going to reach the arm over your head and come back into the sideline position. Let's do that 2 more times. Drag the hand across your chest, open into the twist. Take an inhale. Exhale, let your left shoulder drop. See if there's any tension in your glutes or your abdomen you can let go of. Retrace your circle, reach up and over your head. Restacking the shoulders, and we'll do that 1 more time. Left arm slides up the right arm, across your chest. Inhale to the twist. And then circle the arm over your head. Reach the left hip away from your fingertips, fingertips away from left hip as you stack. And now we'll retrace our circle. So left arm sweeps over your head. You circle behind you. You come into the twist. Take an inhale. And then untwist and stack. Let's do that 2 more times. Head is passive, your spine is turning, your hips are passive. And restack, big inhale as you reach, 1 more twist. And exhale to untwist. All right, let's do 1 more warm up for the twisting. So you're gonna lie flat on your back, and this one will be initiated by your pelvis. I have my arms out wide at shoulder height. You can have them down by your sides, wherever you feel comfortable. You're gonna let your knees drop to the left, and you're gonna trace a circle with your right toes on the ground. So you'll swing your right foot up and over to the left. The right knee is bent, and then you come back to center. The knees are bent, the feet are standing, and now your left foot swings to the right. You don't need to touch your hand, but it's like you're trying to get your foot to touch your hand. And then you retrace your circle, feet stand. Other side. And you're just gonna keep swinging back and forth like this. And you can let the momentum carry the pelvis from one side to the other. You can move slowly or quickly, but if there's ever pain, you slow it down, and you make the movement smaller. A couple more times each side, letting the head rock side to side. If that feels good and natural to you, you could let your one shoulder come up, or you could keep both shoulders down. Let's do one more time each side. Nice and loose in the hips. All right, from here, roll over to your side. Come on up to sit, and we're gonna do a pretty intense hip stretch. So for this one, I'm gonna start with my left leg forward just because that's my easier side, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like on my harder side. So I'm sitting here, both sides of my pelvis are down. I've got my knees and hips bent at 90 degrees. Ankles are flexed. So I can sit pretty tall here. I'm not leaning over, I'm not leaning forward, not yet, we will in a second. Now we'll look at the other side, and we'll start with our right leg forward. So I've got my right leg forward, and because my right hip is my tighter hip, I can't sit upright without support. I have to lean to the side. So I'm gonna grab my pillow and prop myself up. You might need to be propped up pretty high here. So knees bent at 90, hips bent at 90, flex your ankles, and you're gonna grow the spine tall and lean forward. And now when you're doing this, you don't want to round in the back or hunch the shoulders. Think about the front of your spine lengthening, the sacrum and the tailbone are going down, the sternum and the crown of the head are going up. We're going to hold this for about 2 minutes each side. If there's any pain in the knee, you need to prop yourself higher. Keep your ankle flexed. That's going to help relieve some of the twisting in the knee. Feel your inhale go down into your abdomen, and your exhale goes up the front of the spine. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Maybe your hips starting to loosen up and you can go a little bit farther forward. You can prop yourself up on your hands. If you can't reach the floor without hunching in the back, maybe you need to put your hands on blocks or books. Maybe go a little bit farther for about the last 10 seconds here. And you'll sit yourself up, and we'll swing our legs around to the other side. So I don't need the pillow on this side. You might need more or less support on this side. Knees and hips bent at 90, so your left femur, thigh bone is coming straight forward over the pelvis, right angle in the knee, and then your right thigh is coming straight out from the side, 90-degree angle in the knee, and same thing, we'll lean forward here. So I like to do my tighter side first because I'll do that side twice. So if I were doing this on my own, I would do my right side, about 2 minutes there, left side, 2 minutes there, and then finish up with the right side again. Eventually they will even out and you won't have to do the 2 times on your tighter side. You won't have a tighter side anymore. Now check in with your low back. Are you shortening? Are you hiking your sacrum and your tail up behind you? You want to lengthen the back of the sacrum down, lift the pubic bone up, the joint at the front of the pelvis up, and grow the crown of your head taller. Maybe you can walk your hands just a little bit farther forward. Inhaling through the nose. If this is intense, you can exhale out of the mouth. Keep the lips relaxed. Otherwise, you're inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the nose. And of course, this is my looser side, so I can go pretty far forward here. Just take about 3 more breaths. Lifting the heart, lengthening the tail, growing tall out through the top of the head. And then you'll walk your hands back and we'll sit up. So we're gonna finish here. If you wanna go ahead and do your tighter side again, do that, hold it for about 2 minutes, and then have a great game. See you soon, bye.